was something. That was something. From where, you ask? It's still Guatemala. It's Chiquimulila. Whatever that is. that is something that may be very interesting for those that may not know the true meaning of that word. So, today is another day. I've been cleaning before the Shabbat, and it's as soon as possible when I get to clean everything that is used for maybe a week, maybe 1 day or 2 days. The sooner I get it cleaned and dried, the sooner I can enjoy my Shabbat. Yesterday's video was a rather, what can I call it, odd video. I was very anxious on the reactions, because I think many of those that maybe disagree with me didn't even like the video. I just pull this down a little bit so I don't forget. So today is not that kind of video at all. Maybe it will turn out like similar craziness than yesterday. But we have no plans for that. I have in fact no plans at all. To go by intuition is more or less what I do here in this capacity of mine. Not that it's impressive, but it's what it is. The capacity. Let us talk a little bit about that. Capacity, what is that? It is your stretch, your ability to stretch, to be aware of your own capabilities, your own qualities. What is capacity? What is capacity? Let me... I would like to do it in the right way. Yeah. What is your capacity? I like the question mark, so I would put it on. There, you got it. What is your capacity? You see, I don't know. That is the true meaning of that. My capacity is limited by the day. The day I wake up. And it's something written in the Bible that shall we see? I turn to Norwegian when it's a little bit complicated. As your day shall your strength be. I can Google where it's at in the Bible. It's referred to the motion. Let me. It's you see we have this kind of odd, or I think it is more to it than that. Sorry for that. It's
Deuteronomy chapter.
Let me say it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 33 verse 25.
I think I'll leave it up to her to pronounce it, because I think my Deuteronomy is rather awkward. I give it up, but it's said. That was strange. But it is translated in this way that their shoes shall be iron and brass, and as thy days, so shall thy strength be. It's a deep context in that. Let me, as your days, so shall your strength be. So I just captured that in my notion, and I think that my capacity has to do with the days. If I am sensitive to very much that is going on, that is out there in a way that we can't control everything with our vicinity. I realize sometimes that I'm so tired, and sometimes I think that this exhaustion of mine has to do with some spiritual things. I don't know. It's just like that, and it doesn't tell me what to do. In fact, I have to overcome it, because I don't want to let my sensitivity stop me, my lack of energy stop me. I think it's very important that the flesh is weak, but the spirit is strong. Let me... I think that is something that play much into this, that our spirit are so sensitive. But I think that everything I have been talking about has to do with our capacity. Our I don't find any straight ahead road for that explanation. I don't do it. But in some deep way, everything is in layers, as we can say. As I would say, that everything, people take things literally. What someone else take as something underneath the real sentence. So if someone is saying something to me, I go for the lower level, not the straight ahead. I didn't simplify what I heard. So I got very sensitive to what I thought that context really was all about. So this is some kind of exhausting yourself. If you sense that people are in an evil spirit, so to say, have bad intentions, more secular language for that. Evil spirit is bad intentions. That is, if the intention is bad, it's somewhat what I would refer to an evil spirit, because there is thoughts, intentions, and intention to, if I say something like that, I will hurt that human. And as I explained yesterday, the sin is to hurt other people. The secular doesn't like the word sin because it is so religious orientated. But the sin, even Jesus was a secularist in a way, because what you do to others, you do against me. It's kind of this sensitivity that the sensitivity that influence our mind in order to get so exhausted. So since I have been an activist and outspoken in a way, people think, and I meet that very much, both here within, but also people's attitude, in a way that I translate it to, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. All this kind of noise of mind that is ongoing. So it is what the Jews are saying, it is the hell. It's going through hell with everything that you are doing. You're undergoing torments, and you have to come out with some glory, some blessing, something that have been converted from something very bad to something very pure and good. As they say about the Sadiq. Sadiq is a Hebrew word for a righteous man. But he is not righteous by the title. He is righteous because he justifies. He justifies what is happening to him or her. I have to stop this. See, the television started by itself, so I had to turn it off. I don't know when it happened, but something like that can happen here. It's all electronics. And you see, the Asian people, they are talking about aura. Aura. It's the same. We are talking about the same thing with different names. In a way, all the words that we try to describe things, that is all that is about us, is lack of seeing the real truth. But aura, if you do some bad stuff, you have a bad aura. Bad things will happen to you. I'm not straight into that. But people with intentions, As they say, the good intentions is the pathway to hell. And there are a lot of good deeds, or deeds that is done with good intentions that ended up in hell, that ended up in a turmoil. Like the atom bomb, Mr. Professor. I don't remember his name right now, but he saw that the atom, splitting the atom, generated so much energy that you can use it for the good. And his intentions, I can Google his name. I think that it is... It is... Oppenheimer, Robert Oppenheimer. He was in this field of atom. And he was taken hostage for his new... He was taken as a hostage to develop this atom bomb. And he never intended this, so he did it with great excitement. But it was used. And how did he feel when Hiroshima and Nagasaki was bombed, knowing well that he was the founder of that bomb? The atom bomb was done with good intentions. Look where it led. And people that excuse themselves doing things with good intentions can't come away always with that, because it's not an excuse, it's a bogus excuse. When things end up badly, people's silence can be good intention. I don't want to contribute to this, but it can be also what we saw during the Holocaust. People's silence didn't stop the machinery that slaughtered so many people, Jews, and so many others, by people that were not speaking out. And this vaccine, today you are criminalized, you are enemy, you are enemized for saying something about it that doesn't fit the frame, fit the narrative. So you are a villain, or what they call it. So all these kind of intentions, maybe the vaccine was a good intention, but in the end, they don't talk about all the deaths. The media is hiding it. Yet again, the Holocaust, the media denied, wasn't talking about it. When it was politically correct, then they talked about it. Look, today, the media is all about criticizing Israel. Who is criticizing Hamas and the terrorists of them? No, it's all. I hear on the media here in Norway, it's all Israel's fault. Now they blame the right-wing government. It's all a good, maybe it's a good intention to defend those defenseless people, Palestinian, but blindly, they are talking bullshit. We know it. We know it all. And people are afraid to speak out. But today it's an open acceptance regarding different topics that people disagree on. Maybe within 10 years we can talk about this pandemic and vaccine that have been passed. That we blame the media and the politicians for those gross actions or lack of actions. So no wonder. Like me, I'm very busy about certain things that plays out in my energy field. Maybe the Mr. Ole is all about his energy field. It's a field of energy. And when it's interrupted in so many ways, I think I miss out my time. It's a circle. The energy field is a circle of what is happening. And if it's so much interrupted, I feel that interruption is damaging me. I try to sober up and give it time and so on, but I don't stop going out, meeting other people. I don't do that. So in my energy field is so much involved in that. So it's kind of these galaxies that they try to harmonize, to equilibrium everything that is going on. Yet it's some meteorite that is striking, and that can interrupt in the energy field around every planet, every star that is there. So maybe if a meteorite came into this solar system of ours, a big meteorite, or 100 of them, would it tamper with the equilibrium of the Earth? I guess so. I guess so, that we will get sick. The solar system that we are part of will get so unbalanced that in the end we are swirled out of our equilibrium. And it's a good example because too much that is happening to people's life, interfering in their harmony from childhood to death, is tampering with their harmony and their attempt to keep it all together. Their equilibrium, their balance in life should be all about how much energy can I generate out of this. But if you are interrupted all the time, you will be so preoccupied with keeping yourself in balance. So maybe people today need balance. Balance, my friend, is uttermost important, but you can't avoid. People get religious about it. They think that if I pray to God enough, that will keep me. It is another unbalanced. If God may give you peace, I don't know how that can be, but you are you. I think what is happening to you is exactly because you are the way you are. You should pay much attention to this kind of sentence. What is happening to you in your life is because of who you are. So why not embrace all the unbalanced feeling, the meteorites, the grand, whatever it is that is interfering in your, it's because of who you are. It's not because of those asteroids and meteorites, no. It's the way you are configured. In any which way we are configured, we do what we do in order to keep our balance. I think it's a truth to that. I certainly believe it's some facts to that. You should not embrace all what I say, but in a way, we do what we do in order to keep ourselves in balance. Whatever we do, we have our limitations, and we have our energy in order to use it for whatever it is worth. Sometimes we misuse it. Don't blame yourself for that, because you are just trying to find out in which way you can manage your life. So be on that track, my friend. Be on the track of gaining more and more wisdom from your life. What is happening in your life? You can't prevent. Don't get religious about it. You can't prevent, even by God. He wouldn't prevent that, because He made you as you are. Embrace it. Try to understand and comprehend why you are so sensitive, why you are so aware of everything, and in the end you try to keep the balance in yourself. Maybe that is the balance. That is. You are you. You have the energy that you have. Don't worry about it so much. Don't go overboard trying to reject who you really are, because that is a blessing for everybody, because you in your state have to be who you are in the way you are. And when you meet others, they get some kind of smash. It's a good. Every atom for himself by his own energy field. Mr. Oppenheimer knew how to break that atom, that energy field. So it blasted into something very way off bomb. Maybe you can split something and contain it, that make your energy even better, even higher. So maybe next time or sometime I will talk more about splitting the atom in yourself, splitting it in order to get a distance so that you can see more straight, because everything is part of something, and we are a twin in ourselves. Goodbye.